WAWL, Red Bank, Chattanooga.
This hour of music is brought to you courtesy of Track 29 on the web at track29.co, Chattanooga's music venue in back of the Chattanooga Choo Choo on Market Street.
Warning, you are entering the WAWL Takeover. This message is brought to you by the Chat State Media Club. Users inside the Takeover will infect your ears. Enter at your own risk. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first WAWL Takeover, sponsored by your Chattanooga State Media Club. I am DjClaymore. With me today, I have our lovely president, Mr. Ian Lockler.
Hey, bud. How you doing?
And we also have Mr. Alex Griffith, who is one of our new students, but is also directing a short film that we are doing this semester.
Hello, hello.
All right, so pretty much what this show is about is it's just going to be a weekly update of what we are talking about and what we are doing with the media club. So let's go ahead and get this on the road and talk to our president, Mr. Ian Lockler. What do you have for us this semester? What are your goals for us?
Well, all right. So one of my bigger goals is that I really wanted to start trying to make us into kind of a competing fashion. So I really wanted to get us into a bunch of different film festivals, which right now we're going to be going into the Nashville Film Festival as well as the Chattanooga Film Festival. So right now our two deadlines are November 30th and December 5th, but they'll happen a little bit later in the year in 2017. Right now we've got two different films that are going up for those film festivals, which is Steal Me Away.
Steal You Away.
Sorry, yeah. Steal You Away. Sorry, I know.
You're okay.
Yeah, you're good, man. I know I mix that one up a lot. But
right.
Steal You Away and Tiger Lily. Those are our two major films that we got going on right now.
Which you are actually the director, writer, producer of Tiger Lily?
Yeah, that would definitely be mine. And Alex over here has got Steal You Away. I'm a producer of that one as well, but that's more or less just to kind of help him out along that road of being able to learn how to direct.
Right, kind of like him it's almost like he's shadowing you. He's
going to take over my position when I'm gone. What do you think?
Of course. That's news. That's news to him.
I'm sure it is. That's just it. Is my big thing is I really want to be able to, in that teaching aspect beyond like what we do here, during class for the media technologies degree and the mass comms degree. Like how they teach you how to use this equipment and how to kind of plan through things and everything like that. My whole thing is I believe our media club should really be wrapped around most of that aspect, like especially with this Takeover show. Right now, you're doing an amazing job being a host at a radio show, but especially when it's a live radio show, you know?
And especially with it being our first show of the year.
I know. It's pretty nuts. And we've never incorporated this before, and I've felt like this so far has had to be one of the bigger things that we've ever been able to do.
Right.
So, but yeah, I would say that's pretty much what I got for a spiel.
Very nice. Alex, what are you wanting to get out of Media Club this year?
I just want to learn as much as I possibly can. I've been really into film since I was, 6, 7 years old, and always did quick little skits with my cousins and just kind of goofing around. And so when I got here and found out there is a media club, I wanted to jump on top of that and take in and get in as much experience as I possibly can, and
to be completely blindsided by me.
But yeah, thanks to Ian and really everyone who's a part of it. You guys just kind of grabbed my script and took off with it, and I love it. We actually met our first 2 deadlines yesterday, and I'm very, very proud we've done that. Thank you.
That's very nice.
Thank you.
Especially for being one of your first shorts that
I
you
was
are
about
doing.
to say, you really have no idea how hard it is for a lot of people to meet deadlines like that. And, it's one of those things that, I'm extremely proud to be able to say that, you guys did it. You did it very well. And you were able to even take criticism very well, which in this industry is really a hard thing for most people to do. And I mean, like, they've got to be able to wrap their head around that ability of being able to take constructive criticism.
All right. Sounds good. We will talk about more of this in our next break. So let's go ahead and get right into the music with Joseph and the White Flag right here on Chattanooga State's The Wall, The Takeover.
If you are interested in the Radiological Technology program at Chattanooga State, you need to know about the information sessions, where you will learn about the application process, the selection process, the curriculum, career opportunities, admission requirements, and a whole lot more. Now, attendance is required to get into the program. The next Radiological Technology Information Session will be on Thursday, October 6th at 5:30 p.m. in room 2060 of the HSC building. If you have any questions, please call Joan at 423-697-4450 or visit chattanoogastate.edu. And hey, why don't you tell Joan you heard about it through The Wall?
Expect partly cloudy and hot weather out there through the afternoon. Could see a spotty shower or storm moving from the east, but not much. Highs 90 to 92. Tonight, becoming fair, lows upper 60s. For the midweek, not much change. Continued hot. A slight chance of an afternoon storm by Thursday with highs of around 90. This forecast is brought to you by McBriar Realty, specializing in finding dream homes now with little or nothing down. That's McBriar Realty, 706-657-2353 or McBriarRealty.com.
For Chattanooga State's The Wall, I'm Store Team 12 Chief Meteorologist Patrick Orr.
Thank you, Patrick. It is 84 degrees here at Chattanooga State, and it is bright, sunny, and hot. So we are still joined in studio with Alex and Ian. So one thing that Media Club has been lacking in lately is radio interviews, radio show.
I agree.
And I think that's one thing. My mic keeps falling. That's one thing that I've really been wanting to get back started up, and especially with this show, is going to help.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I really feel like that we have not been a truly rounded media club, and that we've kind of left our other counterparts of like television and radio and social media really kind of outside of our media club, and we've really kind of dived into film a lot more heavy in the last maybe a couple of semesters than we really should have. And I'm granted, I'm a film guy. I know Alex here is a film guy.
Yep.
So like,
and I'm more of a technical behind the scenes person.
Yeah.
So radio is really where I like to shine because I don't have to be seen. Nobody has to know what I look like just to enjoy me.
Bro, none of us like to be seen. Well, I mean, besides Alex, but he's kind of the pretty boy of us all. I mean, like, granted, I think me and you have got probably the best faces for radio. I mean, it really works out well. But I mean, like I'm a behind the camera type of guy. You just behind the mic. I mean, it's a little bit of a difference, but you know what? Like I said, and that was the reason why I really wanted to push for radio being very much incorporated back into the media club, and that the show exists for that reason. And I'm sure we're going to have a lot of other different projects that will hopefully, push radio to be more of a thing for us as well in the future.
Right, yeah. I know we've both got the face for radio, but I think I've got the body for the radio.
Hey, what are you talking about, man? Like, I've been working on this dad bod for months now. Are you kidding me? This is amazing looking.
All right, you might have me beat there.
I know.
So pretty much with us trying to get radio started back up, one thing that I have done since probably week 1 was random talk shows. Pretty much me and a couple other people will sit in a booth and just talk about whatever we want to.
Not including me at all. Like,
or me. I was never there at any point.
Well, you were, but we're going to play that one later on in the show. This one that I'm going to play right now was an experience that Jeremy and I had. Jeremy is our treasurer. We will talk about him more later on the show whenever he shows up, if he does. But this was an experience that we had. That's all I'm going to give. I'm just going to go ahead and dive right into it.
So
what really happened?
What really happened is these group of kids were screaming and they had their phone out. One guy had their phone, and then the rest of them around him were all just like looking at his phone. And then he just got all excited, and he took off running in the opposite direction out of the food court. And I was like, what just happened? And then the table next to me had a guy and a gal, and the guy just looked over at me, and I guess he noticed I was noticing, like everybody else in the vicinity was noticing, and he said, "Oh, he just caught a Pokemon." And I was like,
Is that a Wisconsin accent?
That I guess he was from Wisconsin. I look back at
maybe
this
Canadian.
Guy. It could maybe
The Verge.
Milwaukee.
Yeah.
You know, kind of. Anyway, the guy was weird either way, but he says that to me. I turned, I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Thank you. And then he continued to talk to me about Pokemon Go. And the lady he was with was like clearly as annoyed as I was that he continued talking about the Pokemon Go. But that was my first experience with the Pokemon Go scare.
So yeah, random things that we talk about.
Yeah, I was about to say that sounded like a very interesting interview. Oh no, the Pokemon Go!
Yeah, it was intriguing to say the least. Here soon, you will be able to catch that interview. We are trying to make a SoundCloud for our Chat State Media, for the radio, TV production, anything like that, to where you can go on, listen to our shows, and listen to interviews that we've done. So that is one thing that we're going into. I'm not going to talk about radio much on this show because we are on the radio. So,
Yeah, it seems a little redundant.
Yeah.
so I
Talking
do
about radio.
I do want to dive into the two films that we're doing. So who would like to talk about their film first?
I don't know, Alex. Do you want to talk about yours first?
I think I need to gather my thoughts just a little bit more.
All right.
So let's go ahead and talk about Tiger Lily.
Okay, so Tiger Lily has been like my baby since the last spring semester. Let's see. It honestly kind of stemmed from the idea that in the last PFTT class that I actually wasn't even a part of, a friend of mine, Brandon Charles, was. And he was really frustrated. He was trying to figure out, like, apparently the group he was with at the time, like, they were having real hard definitions of trying to figure out what, they could do for a drama. And, they gave me the different type of specs. Like, apparently it was a short film that had to have the words "I promise," had to have a broomstick, and had to have, it was one other thing. I think it was either a teddy bear or something of that nature. I can't remember the third speculation, but he told me about this because we were sitting down and we were talking about some other things. And, we were just trying to figure everything out. And it wasn't until I was on my way home. All right, so I was listening to the song by Ruth B, the Lost Boys song.
I really love that song.
Oh man,
Such a good song.
Great
Beautiful
song. I mean, but I was listening to it, and I mean, it hit me like a floodgate. Like as soon as I got through that car. I mean, we're talking about, I had the entire storyline pretty much mapped out. It fit all three of the speculations, and it was exactly what I wanted to do. Like, so if I go with the log line, it's about an orphan girl who is trying to combat loneliness and rejection. And she does this by, she does this through her best friend, as considering her new best friend as a sense of family. And, having to deal with those controversies of, being an adopted child, watching other children become adopted, being adopted while you yourself haven't been chosen yet. And depending on how long that process goes, is like, okay, so how long does it take for it to really just start messing with you, making you feel completely unwanted in life? And how do you deal with this? And I mean, there's two main characters. You have Lily and Wendy, which, yes, I mean, like, granted, that song really did inspire a lot because for the simple fact of it called Lost Boys, like, I went with, like, the Peter Pan themes of, all right, so we have Lily, we have Wendy as the two orphan girls, like Lost Boys.
Is it bad that I did not know that Peter Pan had a Lily?
Tiger Lily.
Tiger Lily.
Yeah,
The little Indian girl.
Yeah, I don't remember any of that.
Yeah, I was about to say that it's really what stemmed the title for me, and it made the titling of this pretty easy for me. It's because I really tried to keep with that Peter Pan-esque theme, and it kind of sprinkles itself all the way across the film. So, you know, they really look into each other, where Wendy is like Lily's main friend. But not only is she her friend, but she's that strong backbone type of character where no matter what happens, Wendy's going to be there. Wendy's going to be what helps Lily to stand up and face the next day and, you know, and enjoy life. And that's what I really wanted to show in this is that, I mean, like, granted, you know, you can be strong by yourself, but you need to be stronger with others.
Very nice. I think that's gonna be a very good film.
Well, I appreciate that. I hope it's a good film.
Oh, knowing it coming from you, I think it will, especially with you as director.
Yeah.
But with this show, not only are we going to talk about Media Club, but we want to hear from you guys. So if you have any song requests, stories you want to talk about, call us in at 423-697-4406.
Oh, dear God, I want people to call in. That way I can talk to them.
Yeah, I mean, we might even talk
to Ian.
We can even talk about if you have a film idea, anything like that, or anything that you want to do, or you want to join Media Club. Just call in, ask us about it. We're here to help.
Relationship advice. I'm here for you.
I don't know if I'm good for that one. Let's go ahead and throw it back into another music drop. We've got 21 Pilots with Car Radio right here on Chattanooga State's The Wall.
As a mother, you don't want to have to worry about this bill is coming, but then she needs this chemo. That's a decision you shouldn't have to make.
El que San Jude no cobra ni un centavo para nosotros significa quitarnos todo ese estrés, esa preocupación y podernos enfocar en nuestra hija.
That was the first thing I was like, how are we going to do this? When St. Jude told us that we didn't have to pay a single bill, I was like, wow. They pretty much have saved us.
It's like the world has been lifted off of your shoulders, and now your focus is supporting this child.
There is not another hospital like St. Jude. The patient care is unmatchable. It saved my life. It saved my daughter's life. It saved our family.
All right, guys, we are joined back in studio with Alex and Ian. We also have our vice president, Mr. Nate. I forgot your last name, Nate.
Pretty much sure that it's Nathan. I'm pretty much sure it's Nathan.
It is Nathan. Yeah.
I'm here too.
And and then we have a special guest with us today, the one and only birthday boy, Mr. Jeremy Evertsen.
Yay!
So,
thank you guys.
Mr.
Thank
Jeremy.
You. Yes.
On behalf of your birthday, we have gotten you a gift. We made a little trip before you got here
to the cupcake kitchen. What's up?
You have a birthday cupcake waiting for you outside the studio.
What do you got to say about that, Jeremy?
He's like,
I'm
still trying to figure out how manly it is for three grown men to go to a cupcake store.
Well, two grown men and me.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, true.
I feel like I should thank you guys from the bottom of my heart.
And now that we have gotten that playing out, I will say that Ian ruined the surprise before we went on air, and his reaction was actually really good. It was like, "Oh, thanks, guys! Oh my God, thank you guys so much!" But it was something that we could do. We always help out our media fam, and so happy birthday! You're now 25, 26, 30, 40,
18,
100.
Can we just say somewhere in the middle?
Somewhere in the middle between 0 and 100.
Yeah,
There we go.
All right.
That's
I'm not that old.
That's all right, old man.
I'm old enough to be a non-traditional student. Which, speaking of, this is a non-traditionalist student day. I don't know if you guys noticed that.
Is it really?
Non-traditional
Yeah,
student day.
this is there's a huge event going on right now over in the Omniplex building in the middle of the hallway. Yeah, Yeah, directly aimed at non-traditionalists.
So is that what that all those tables set up?
Yeah,
in the...
but anyone can go. Anyone can go. There's free pizza.
I was about to say, I mean, was it manned by like an 80-year-old man that's just sitting there going like, "Here's the flyer."
That is horrific stereotyping.
There you go.
That is horrific stereotyping.
Yeah, I mean, it was. I mean, it's the most extreme version of stereotyping. I'll give it that one.
As long as you can deal with that guilt.
No guilt whatsoever, so it's fine.
Be all right. But that is going on over there, and it's really cool.
So
they gave me free pizza and popcorn and a Coke.
Oh man,
nice.
I'm there.
Yeah. To go along with your bagel and cup of cream cheese.
Yeah, don't talk about my bagel, man.
I'm not. I'm talking about your cream cheese that
You're
you handed
about
me
my
to
bagel.
put on
You
your...
can talk about the cream cheese all you want, but don't you talk about my bagel.
I'll think about it. So you came in. You were working for somebody. What is that program that you work for here on campus?
Yes, I am.
Are you salty for financial aid?
I am very salty, actually. I am a salt ambassador.
Okay.
Not table salt.
Okay, so just do me a favor. Explain
there is no pepper ambassador.
That was one of my jokes.
So, what salt is the form of currency in the ancient world. I think they go to say it was the most popular form of currency. So they named this website after that old currency in hopes that we would get that as students and make that connection. We didn't. So
we didn't. We're nowhere near God.
No, but we have to explain to everybody, and it does kind of ice break the conversation, that SALT is this free website that your tuition and all this kind of stuff paid for.
It's actually really
nice.
It's
free for life, and it's like free budgeting courses, and it teaches you how to financially manage yourself as an adult. Mm-hmm. If you're not there yet, that's okay. It's a great resource to sign up for now, so you have it for the rest of your life. I mean,
was that aimed towards Alex? Because if you're not an adult yet,
if you're under the age of 18, SALT is a great program to just start right off the bat, Alex.
I am actually already signed up with SALT.
Well, see,
very nice.
Jeremy helped me get signed up for it. I haven't started it yet.
But it's saltmoney.org.
Saltmoney.org.
And the shameless plug of Jeremy doing his job.
Shameless plug.
But yeah,
Salt ambassadors.
there was a joke that we told.
What joke?
It was during the break.
There's a lot of jokes.
You told a joke.
Man.
And I don't remember what it was.
You got to realize that it just comes in waves. And like after that second, I'm really great at like data dumping everything in my head, i.e. Monday mornings are like the worst for me. Because like as soon as like I say something and it blurts out my mouth, unless Jeremy here, writes it down for me, I'm never going to remember it.
Do you remember what it was, Alex?
I do remember what the joke was. It was aimed at me and how I dressed and
yeah.
Oh
yeah, saying that you basically look like you came out of an episode of SLC Punk. Yeah, I got that.
And then Jeremy said,
well, let me Google that for you since you don't know anything about that, you young person.
I've got like 23 days, guys. Give me 23 days. Come on.
23 days. That's surprisingly my favorite number.
Surprisingly.
23 days, and like all of a sudden he hits puberty and actually becomes an adult. We're doing so great here.
I don't get how he has that scientifically worked out that in 23 days he spontaneously becomes...
He grows like 6 more inches.
No,
all of a sudden he instantly gets a beard.
You got to realize with the youngins today, when their birthday hits, they go through a ritual. They wake up that morning.
Yeah.
And like come out of a cocoon.
They instantly have to drink coffee.
Yeah, they have to drink coffee every morning. Maybe smoke cigarettes. We are a tobacco-free campus now.
Oh, yeah. All right, you're right. We have to play with that game now, don't we?
We do. But no, the new millennials in which we are actually
I'm not actually a millennial.
He's not.
I'm Generation Z.
We figured that out.
Yeah, I was about to say, it was actually, me and Jeremy had to look this up. We looked it up the other day of what actually consists of being a millennial, and you had to be between the ages of 18 and 35 in 2015 to be considered a millennial, which makes me feel really bad for that one guy on YouTube that had that song about millennials, because I'm pretty much sure that he wasn't 35 by the time 2015 hit. He looked like a really young dude, but he's sitting there just bashing on millennials entirely, and then to realize, hey, you are one. Welcome.
Welcome to the fray.
But yeah, so Generation X I should, or Generation
Z.
Z. Excuse me.
Don't give him that.
Yeah, we already
Don't
made it
give
all
him
the way
that.
through the alphabet, bro.
Yeah. So is it?
the
Is
end
the
of
next
times.
one going to be Generation?
We're gonna
AA?
just start. No, we're just gonna start with numbers.
Just
One,
Generation
two.
1.
I had heard somewhere that they were thinking about calling his generation
Quallen.
IY.
Quallen.
Generation IY.
IY.
I had heard. I don't know. Maybe that was our generation at one point. But
Generation E.
I don't know.
there was like iPad, iPod. There was an IY.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And on
Small
that
Y.
on that note, we're going to go into our next musical break.
Think fast. In the short time it takes to listen to this message, a small flame can turn into a big fire. Several minutes more, and thick, poisonous smoke may have filled your lungs and reduced your ability to respond. Give it 5, and your entire home may be filled with flames.
Keep breathing. We've got you.
Don't let your world go up in smoke. Have working smoke alarms and practice an escape plan for you and your loved ones. Learn more at usfa.fema.gov, because fire is everyone's fight.
Greetings from Swanktown, Mama Jabbies. It's Sly Crooner, your friend the lounge lizard, here to hip you to my show Sly Crooner of Swanktown. Modern urban fairy tales for martini-swilling hipsters. Coming to you directly from the Royal Palm Court Lounge, where the women are exotic, the men are well-behaved at times, and money is no object, because we have no money, man. It's all right here on WAWL, Chattanooga State's The Wall.
Wednesday evening at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on The Wall.
Expect partly cloudy and hot weather out there through the afternoon. Could see a spotty shower or storm move in from the east, but not much. Highs 90 to 92. Tonight, becoming fair, lows upper 60s. For the midweek, not much change. Continued hot. A slight chance of an afternoon storm by Thursday with highs of around 90. This forecast is brought to you by McBriar Realty, specializing in finding dream homes now with little or nothing down. That's McBriar Realty, 706-657-2353 or McBriarRealty.com.
For Chattanooga State's The Wall, I'm Storm 1412 Chief Meteorologist Patrick Orr.
Thank you, Patrick. It is 86 degrees here at Chattanooga State. Still a bright and sunny day. Before we get back into our talk, I do want to announce we are giving away a pair of tickets to see Yellow Wolf tonight at Track 29. That is, once again, Yellow Wolf tonight at Track 29. To win those tickets, give us a call at 423-697-4406. We're going to take caller number 4. 23, no, that's a little bit too much.
Okay, 4.
All right, so earlier in the show, we talked about Tiger Lily. I just blanked for like half a second.
Yeah, I was about to say.
So we talked about Tiger Lily. I think we've waited a little bit long enough for you guys to kind of digest that idea. And we're going to move into Steal You Away, Steal Me Away, Steal Your Away.
You really botched
Let's just have Alex say that title, because apparently Dakota is just having one hard time trying to figure it out.
I know it's Steal You Away, but we keep calling it Steal Me Away or Steal Your Away or
You
whatever.
keep calling
that's
it that.
me.
It's
Yeah.
most
still
people say what Ian
that.
says, and it says "steal me away."
Yeah.
But it's to start off with the log line. A small town girl faces an abusive father. Can the new guy in town help her escape before the unimaginable happens? Very, very dramatic, short. I've been working on it a couple months now, really. I started the concept based on a song that I was listening to. Not really I did start working on the concept, not because of the song, but because of the name of the song. And there's a camera getting very close to me right now.
I was about to say, don't pay attention to the camera. It's fine. Just let it be in your face.
It's just the camera, man.
And,
it's just a camera.
It's just a camera.
I was working on it mostly by myself. I had one or two other people just kind of helping me look over the script and try and pull everything together.
Shameless plug of Nathan Smith and Jeremy.
Well, that was actually I was actually talking about before I got.
Well, then
Nathan
you know
and
what?
Jeremy.
Screw these guys. We didn't have to talk about them either.
Well, no, I'm gonna bring them. I'm gonna get to them.
Okay, all right.
As long as you're getting to me.
I just want to hear my voice.
I started out by myself with two of my friends, and when I got here, I came to the first media club meeting, and mentioned, hey, I'm working on a short, need some crew members, yada yada yada, and to quote Ian, he said, "All right, we'll see about getting you a crew next week," and that kind of threw me through a loop a little bit. Never had anyone that let's get it done.
Man, I love this.
Then
by the way, thank you. I'm just going to go ahead and let you know, we did not have this planned, but this segues perfectly into what I was going to do. So let me just go ahead and play that really quickly. I'm not going to lie. If it wasn't for you stepping in as president this year as Media Club, or actually getting put into presidency of Media Club, this radio show probably wouldn't have even been happening. I would have had the idea to have wanted to get a radio show back, but I would have never had a concept. The Media Takeover was kind of a split concept that we kind of talked about, and you have actually sparked that creativity in my mind to be able to do all this stuff.
Well, I was about to
say, and Jeremy as well, because these are his ideas to come in here and do these random talks.
I just wanted to talk.
He's been cramped in the studio.
I just
all
wanted
day.
to sit in
free therapy,
in a booth and actually just sit there and just talk my feelings away. That just sounds like a great plan.
I feel like Pokemon Go hurts me.
I'm sorry to hear that.
So yeah. Thank you so much, Alex, for actually saying that, because that actually fit perfectly into what I was going to do. So I'm going to stop taking the attention from me and Ian and go back to Steal You Away.
Okay. But yeah,
Steal me away, steal you away.
Steal our away.
Yeah, he said, all right, let's get you a crew. And from there, I've kind of gone through not the whole pre-production process, but this is the first time that I've ever had a producer down my neck giving me deadlines. And thank you, by the way, for that. It's really,
you're welcome. I love telling you what to do.
That's that ex-military training coming in.
It's helped me out a lot. We met our first deadline. I think I mentioned that earlier, that we met our first deadline and met it on time, actually. With the script rewrite, which Jeremy and Nathan, who are both in the studio currently, one of them is filming me, they both helped me out a lot, and I honestly like what we have now more than what I originally had written.
I would hope you did.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
So besides a log line, describe it a little bit. What is the actual story about?
It's about a girl named Ariel, and she's grown up with a father who really is just a stressful person to be around. He's an alcoholic. Yeah, he's garbage. He's complete garbage. He's an alcoholic. He's abusive to Ariel's mother and to Ariel. The opening scene starts with an example of that, and just kind of really throws you right into the center of what Ariel's day-to-day life is like.
Spoiler.
Nailed it. Not too much of us.
Campus projects, we're allowed to do.
And yeah, so she meets Ethan, who is the other main protagonist in this, and they meet, and it's kind of, they start talking, and he wants to help her out because he too has been through a lot and wants to try and help her out. And it's a serious. It is.
I feel like I'm able to speak on it now, since
considering you're a co-writer.
Considering I jumped in the co-writing seat, and I do think that there is a serious tone throughout this drama that makes it really dark, and almost borderline horror at certain points. And I really do think that's gonna be a great project for the guys here at Chattanooga State Media to work on.
Yeah, and, because it really does. It takes a lot of different moving parts to be able to create a really good drama. Between sound, between your acting, and being able to have timing to be able to show the seriousness of all that. It's a really hard project to take on, and it's a really good project that I see you taking on as your second short film ever.
Second short film.
And your first that's actually being produced and going to a film festival.
Right. And actually, I pulled up my first short on YouTube the other day, and it'll be a year since I posted that on September 23rd. Will be the 1-year anniversary of having that completed and uploaded. So it's just kind of blown me away.
Just for my personal knowledge, how was making your first short film? How did that go?
It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of work. It was, considering we didn't I was making all the deadlines for everything. I mean, I wasn't necessarily the producer. I was producer and director, but we did have a producer who was giving us our locations, who was helping us with wardrobe and props and everything like that. But for having, an out-of-pocket budget, there was a lot of stress that went into it. And I'm surprised.
What was your budget?
Our budget. I think we ended up spending like a grand total of like $100.
Oh, I thought you said $1,000.
Yeah, I was about to say a grand total of $100. I mean, welcome to being very deceptive with timing and words there. See, remember that acting portion? Yeah, you just gave a build up to a very anticlimactic hit.
It's just that we had a budget of $1,000, total of $100. You had us sitting here
everybody
holding
has
our
to
breath.
try it
Oh my
because
God.
it was a very good delivery.
But I mean, compared to it, I think me and you talked a little bit about it before. Is just noticing that when you were doing it on your own, that there was, it was really kind of hard with your crew because you're having to kind of pick up people here and there randomly all throughout that time frame.
Yeah, our sound guy actually dropped out of the project halfway through. There was me.
That bastard.
There was me, the cinematographer, and the audio guy, and so our audio guy dropped out on us halfway through and decided, I don't want to do this anymore, and just didn't really tell us. Honestly, he didn't even mention anything whatsoever about leaving or anything. He just kind of didn't show up one day, and we both, the cinematographer and I, texted him and called him, and he just never picked up. So we didn't know if he was just not doing it anymore or if he was dead in a ditch somewhere. And
did you ever find out if he was dead in the ditch?
No, he's not dead in a ditch. He just he just got
dropped out.
Yeah, just dropped out. And so we ended up, there's 4 or 5 people under the boom operator credit in the credits.
So I mean, what's got you really excited about this project?
The fact that I have so many resources this time. The fact that I have so many people that are just as excited about getting started on a short as I am, and I know, being the director, it's up to me to kind of keep that motivation going and keep everyone, excited about doing it. I
mean, that's half the battle right there.
Yeah, it really is. And I'm super excited to have everyone a part of this. Before I had,
He's so sweet.
All right.
It's just a group effort.
Well, thank you.
This is the greatest day of my life. Just because you guys are my friends, this is amazing.
I like that voice.
All right, Ian.
It's a good voice.
Calm it down a little bit. Don't get emotional.
It was a
we
good
got
voice.
emotional on our last talk. At least I did. But
I'm gonna keep.
I'm very excited for how that turns out, and I know you are, and I know actually all of us are. Hopefully, we get it done in time for the festival. I know we will.
Absolutely.
Seems like an amazing idea for a short film, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And hopefully we bring back another award for Chat State Media.
Let's do it.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Speaking of which, if you guys don't already, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, I think, ChatSync, and also follow us on Snapchat. We post every event that we are at. It is CSM3DIA. So it's CS Media, but with a 3 instead of an E. We post random things. We've actually been posting about the show today. So yeah, follow us on Snapchat.
I was about to say, check this out live on Facebook, guys, because they are being able to see us right now.
Yeah, we are. Yeah. We are broadcasting live on Facebook Live at the Chat State Media Club page.
You can see Dakota's wonderful beard.
Oh yeah,
live.
What was that?
that would be Jeremy's phone.
That was nothing.
But yeah, so
it's just my phone.
We're gonna go ahead.
Those on silent.
We're gonna go ahead and go into another music break. Don't forget, guys, we are giving away tickets to Yellow Wolf today. So go ahead and call in to win a pair of tickets to Yellow Wolf tonight at Track 29. The number is 423-697-4406. I'm gonna take caller number
4406.
All right. We're going to throw it into Bourne's in American Money right here on Chattanooga State's The Wall with the Takeover.
Hi, I'm Lisa Gibbons. I lost my mom to Alzheimer's disease. Alzheimer's is a brutal reality for more than 5 million Americans. No one knows that better than their caregivers and families who suffer too. Research is needed to find treatments and cures faster. You can help fight Alzheimer's disease by visiting brainhealthregistry.org. Brain Health Registry collects vital research information online for free. brainhealthregistry.org.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I have just been informed that today's last 15 minutes of the show is a ticket extravaganza. So, we now have a pair of tickets to go see Waka Flocka Flame tomorrow night at Track 29. So once again, to win those tickets, give us a call at 423-697-4406. Waka Flocka Flame tomorrow night at Track 29. So yeah, I mean, I think we just got handed 2 sets of tickets to give away in 15 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, like, granted, we don't have to give it away in like 15 minutes. We can sit there and let some of the other radio production classes that are coming in here later,
Well,
some
true.
of those guys that are actually coming in. I know Nathan actually has a show that's coming up probably, like, what, in the next couple of days or so? Or did you already have to go through it?
Hi, guys. By the way, my name is Nathan Smith. I was on earlier.
Oh, my God. I forgot. Well, all right. So our vice president of the media club has actually stepped in for Jeremy. Jeremy had to take off and go do some stuff around campus. But now we have Nathan Smith here actually on the show. So, yeah, now you can say hi.
Hi, guys.
Hi, guys.
Hi. But, yeah, no. So, aren't you in the radio production class?
Yeah. I'm currently in the radio production class this semester, and my show is coming up tomorrow from 12 to 1.
Okay, do me a favor. Describe these classes a little bit. I mean, just so I kind of have a little bit better understanding of them.
Okay. Well, we are currently going through, sort of FCC regulations as to what to do and what not to do on the radio.
Especially like bad words and stuff.
Yeah, don't say the naughty words. That's no good.
No, but I love naughty words.
we know you do, but we have to censor yourself here.
Yeah, no. I think I've been doing pretty well about censoring myself here.
I have been very surprised in that the 2 hours that we have been here, you have not said a bad word on air. So
I mean, I've watched 2 of us get like really close and just, and then just lose our entire sentence.
but it's okay. You deserve a cookie.
So, I mean, we know that right now we've been we have kind of a set sense of music that we can do during those radio production classes. Sure. But at the same time, we can actually kind of fix it to the way we want it. So, like on your radio show, what type of music do you do?
Well, as is the station's sort of regulation, we play music that our station director chooses. But every so often we get to pump our own little tunes here and there. Since I started. I'm a total nerd, which you are too, Ian.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm nowhere near there. You can't say that.
So I play a lot of video games, and so I love video game soundtracks, but video game soundtracks go on and on and on.
Yep.
Games are a lot of the games that I play are kind of repetitive, so you keep...
20 minutes later.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I end my turn, and you can start yours. An hour later, do it again.
But I started playing a game called Fallout, and Fallout, wonderful game, post-apocalyptic RPG. You have tons of fun, but it introduced me to the world of 30s and 40s big band jazz. Now that I have listened to so much jazz over the last few years.
He has 350 hours logged on this game. All 350 hours are logged for jazz music.
No, but it's really cool because you get to explore a game, and it's post-apocalyptic, so everything's destroyed and defunct, and it's terrible. But you go around with this little radio on your wrist that plays jazz music,
which is completely against everything that you're doing.
But at the same time, it's oddly fitting.
It
to
is.
The game. It's oddly fitting to the game.
It is. It's set in a world that was destroyed at a certain point where jazz was still really in. So listening to jazz in the ruins of all these things, it's really cool, really fun, and I enjoy big band jazz as a result of it. Not just now because I play the game, but because it's just generally really fun.
Yeah, but so you're saying that you pretty much like play like jazz and oldies music during your radio station?
Not completely.
Here's my question: like, besides jazz, like what do you truly consider as oldies music?
80s
funk music.
Oh man,
groovy. Get some Bee Gees up in here, you know.
My classification, and this kind of goes into 80s classic rock. Not like late 80s, like 85 or newer, but like 85 and under. That's my classification of oldies. Classic rock, hip hop, jazz.
Okay, well, I mean,
granted, with me being born,
then I'll mildly agree with your sense. I'm just talking about for like kids like Alex, where they'll sit there and they'd be like, I'm sitting there listening to Metallica, and he'll be like, "What are you listening to?"
I love Metallica.
Well, I'm sure you do.
I was raised on classic rock.
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, like I'm sitting there playing Atreyu in my car, and you're like, I have no idea who the heck this is.
What's sad is I like Atreyu now.
I will say I love Atreyu. I have not listened to them in a very long time, and I feel ashamed that I didn't know those songs.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, let's not try and give you any credit here. You were sitting there as blank-headed as he was sitting in there in the passenger seat. I don't know what's going on, man.
Yeah, like, I don't deserve any credit. I don't deserve any credit for that. I feel so ashamed.
I mean, it really is weird. Like, I wouldn't have considered myself, like, an older generation than the guys that I'm going to school with, like, you know, because when I'm here with you guys, like, I feel young. Like, that's a great way to feel. But then I also realize that, like, you know, there'll just be those like moments and times where y'all will state something and I'm just like, what how do you not know this? Like, this was in our time frame. Well, I'm 18.
Oh, wait.
Oh, yeah, you're right. That makes a lot of sense now. Thank you for telling me that you're a child.
Well, yeah, compared to you, he's a child. And I'm still a child compared to you.
I'm a child compared to all of you. So
you are a child. You're not 18 yet.
Yeah, I know. 23 days.
But I mean, do you like your radio production class? Like, I mean, how's that been going so far?
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm just trying. One of the biggest things that I've been trying to sort of build, even before I even go on air, is this idea of having a radio personality, and actually making sort of branding yourself as a person who talks on the air, and it's
like DJ Teddy B.
Definitely not gonna call myself that, but
give us a call here at WAWL for love relationship advice.
I will say, creating your own personality, it took me about a year and a half to come up with DjClaymore.
Wait, you have a personality?
No.
Okay.
I have I have a DJ name.
Okay.
And that's DjClaymore. When I was in the radio production class, I kind of gave myself a personality, but it didn't really follow through because I hate being in studio by myself, especially when you have the blinds closed, and you're just kind of looking right out the window and you see cars, and it's just like, oh, well, this story happened and blah, blah. I like looking at people and interacting with people. And so that's where I kind of try to get my quote unquote personality from.
Mm-hmm. Need a co-host.
Need a co-host?
Yeah, co-host.
Yeah, I mean, like, well, it's a lot easier to start bouncing off of people when you're actually doing that. I'm trying to figure out what Dakota's over there doing with his ghost computer because like he's freaking out. He's like, "Oh my god, my mouse has moved, and I'm not the one that touched it."
I know.
Thanks, D-Mac. We appreciate you.
But yeah.
All right, so. Currently, we've talked about the two movies that we've got that have, for the Media Club. I mean, Nathan, do you want to talk about any of the other projects that we got going on with the Media Club? We got about another, couple of minutes before we're going off the air.
Well, okay, so I don't know how many of you all know about this, but on Wednesday, there's this awesome thing called the activity period.
Yes.
And it takes place from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m., one whole solid hour. And the best part about it is you don't have any classes whatsoever for it. So if you want to go on down to the amphitheater, or
Nathan, I'm so sorry to cut you off, but apparently we have a caller.
We do have a caller,
I like
so
that.
we're going to go ahead and pick this up. Never mind. That is
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the best caller we've had all day.
Well,
man, all right. So Nathan, keep going with what you were talking about, man.
This isn't just a shameless plug, but it kind of is. So
I love shameless plugs.
Yeah, the Media Club is hosting an awesome event during the activity period from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. down in the amphitheater. It is we're gonna have a game show that we're going to be playing, and you basically just bring your smartphone, whatever. We'll have you down there, and there's free food. Like, seriously, if for nothing else, free food,
free snacks.
Wait, I get fed?
Yes,
because normally activity period would have been nap time for me, or is what my initial name would have been for it.
Yeah,
but here's my question: what if somebody doesn't have a smartphone or doesn't have a computer with them? Are we providing anything if they still want to play?
As far as I know, it's bring your own device.
Bring your own device.
Bring your own device.
Hey, so that topic that we were talking about earlier, and okay, so now you kind of figured out why you need that statement there.
Yes.
Well, there you go. See, now you have your own news story for media writing now.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Absolutely.
You can use that right off the bat.
Yeah, but seriously, come on down, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. tomorrow, Wednesday. Activity period is going to be a load of fun. We can play with 20, 40, 60 people. It's really fun. It's
greatest MMO ever.
No, it's not. It's not an MMO. It's more of a trivia game type thing. But there are prizes as well.
Well,
and free food.
Do we know any of our prizes yet?
Not off the top of my head, but it will be a surprise and wonderful.
All right. Well, then hopefully I'll be there. I'll definitely love checking that out.
Same
I
here.
hope that everybody else likes to come and check that out. So,
but yeah. Well, thank you guys once again for tuning into our show today. We will be here again next week from Tuesday noon to 2. So, goodbye. Thank you for joining us.
Goodbye,
Toodaloo.
Toodaloo.
Yeah, buddy.
It's pouring rain. It's real dark outside. Your heart starts beating really, really fast. You've never done anything so hard in your life. This is boot camp. This is the real thing now.